What's good, people? It's your girl, Autumn the Aries, and I'm in this thing with Uncle Rico, Uncle Night Night, and Uncle Facts of the infamous Drunk Unks podcast. When you're done here getting drunk, because you already know how it goes. You hear the bell, you take a shot, you hear the bell again, you take another shot. I want you to stumble your drunk ass right on over to the Lit Life podcast, where you can find it on all major pod platforms, or simply hit your girl up on the socials at Autumn the Aries. Peace.
Drunk Unks, nigga. Yeah. Check. I got them drunk unks with me, whole album to snap, but don't turn the mics on till you open the yak. Uncle Rick, Uncle Night, then you got Uncle Facts, and we just giving them facts, cause it be realer than rap from 9 to 10. Come on, bring your conscience in. Listen up, cause we ain't got a lot of time to spend. If you don't got no drunk unk, you can vibe with them. They gon' tell you what it is and who not your friends. Tell the little kids they should cover their ears. The podcast of the gear, somebody grab him a beer. I can give you all bars just like Attica here, but drunk unks, they about to let them have it in here, you know?
Fuck 22, yeah. Fuck 22. I've been saying that shit all week.
Yeah, so Drunk Unks Podcast, coming to y'all with a special Friday edition. Uncle Facts already in rare form.
Hey.
Had a longer week than usual.
I got a little rant. I like white people now.
Damn, can we get the intro?
A couple of them. Oh, my bad.
Damn.
A couple of them.
Yeah. We are your Drunk Unks. I'm Uncle Night Night. The guy getting everything off his chest right now, that's Uncle Facts. He got some shit placed upon his heart that he needs to get out.
Oh, man.
Across the table, we have Twitty Jones, a.k.a. Uncle Rico.
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody?
Rounding it out today is good old Uncle Drew from the Question Everything podcast. One thing that's common when we record, it's not uncommon for people to show up. So, these are the four you're starting with.
Well, who's supposed to come?
Anybody. That's what I'm saying. Anybody's liable to pull up.
Yeah, it's facts.
So,
that's one of the great things about being live.
but, you know, one of the biggest things is we always let people know it's an open door policy. But don't come in here and be bullshit. You know,
Facts.
come out here, come in here, be ready to contribute. That's the worst thing I always hate, man. People be like, "Yo, put me on the show, and I'll be like, "All right, what you want to talk about?" Oh, I don't know, but just put me on the show. I'll be like, "See, here we go. This where this conversation took a hard left."
Fuck out. I'll be cussing you out on the show.
Yeah.
If you want that, you can have that.
And that's if you come up with material.
Facts. Now we give passes every now and then to a couple people. Because we just know they just not.
Man, don't scare nobody away, man. Like, listen, man. We have fun, and that's what it's all about, man. We have fun on this show. This show is about fun. Fun.
It's not exactly true.
I mean, you might get drunk. You might do something you got no business doing after the show, but we don't got nothing to do with that.
Oh.
We don't co-sign that shit.
At all.
Because we all good guys on this show.
Fucking right.
A few good men.
Good brothers.
Yo, gotta get a high five? Fuck you
Good
still,
brothers.
Judy.
Yeah. So, as we do with every show, without further ado, here are these two angry niggas and the things that have pissed them off.
Now, mine small. You know, you might as well let me go first.
Go ahead, man.
My rant, it's not a rant. It's like, it is a rant. We need to stop prejudging motherfuckers.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought at one time all Caucasian people was bad. But I only had $2 in my pocket today. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm just a broke ass nigga. But I only had $2. I couldn't get nothing from Wawa because the hot dog is $1.90 plus tax. So I couldn't get a hot dog.
Sometimes you gotta go to Delaware.
Use the Wawa app.
Oh, see, now I know. I could have got a bag of chips. But hey, anyway, I'm a thug on the low. So, I kept it pushing. So I'm working.
I thought you were gonna say you was stealing.
I'm working. I get to this
Alright,
house.
discount.
I get to this house, right? I see a basket on the step. I said, oh, it's like Halloween or something. It said FedEx drivers, UPS drivers, mailman, and Amazon drivers, right? Take what you need. Thank you for your services. Man, they had cookies, tasty cakes.
Cakes and pies.
Yo,
Cakes
Twizzlers.
and pies.
My boy cleared
I
them out.
abused that
He
shit.
cleared them out.
Nah, I took 3 pieces. I took a chocolate chip cookies. I took a tasty cake, and I took a water, and I took a little sip. One of those sippy zips.
The little juice.
And yo, like it must be a trend because that's like I went to like 4 houses. They was doing that shit was up, and it was all Caucasian too.
I think
They was
Peak
all
season.
Caucasian.
I think understand peak season.
They must.
either they understand peak season or they moving weight.
Yo.
Because if you got that many, if you got every
So
delivery
it's a
driver
possibility.
coming to your crib consistently
And you
enough
supplying them.
where you giving them snacks, you got something going on.
You got a business going on.
You got a business.
Yeah. But yo, my thing is Twitty, night, Uncle Drew. Is the Caucasian people all a couple of them nice, or when you scared you do nice shit? Which one is it?
Oh shit, Lonnie. No, Lonnie. So, shout out to my boy Rich Brown, Cuddy. He said, "Damn, Lonnie, what if the snacks had some shit in them though?"
They got
You
me.
wasn't woke.
They got me. They got me. I was hungry, bro.
They got you with the free shit.
Bro, they got me, bro. Free.
Free shit.
Free.
Got you.
That boy was in a unique.
Bro,
Did
Did
situation.
you tell him I only had $2 in my pocket and I was working all day since 5 o'clock this morning? Yeah. I took my chances, motherfucker.
My boy grabbed
I'm here on the show right now.
My boy looked at that shit. It was like having some dice. Let's line them up, baby. See what we got.
I was like, damn.
Snake eye. Shit.
But yo, I was impressed though. Like, I mean, I'm like, yo, I was impressed though. It was touchy. It was touchy.
It was clutch. That's what it was.
It was clutch. So I was like, all Caucasian people's not bad.
The thing is, if you have Caucasian friends, you'll learn that they will do anything for you. They will buy you anything. They'll do anything.
Why? Cause they feel sorry for you?
Nah, they will. That's just who they are.
They just
They
understand.
do that with their friends.
They just understand you've been doing some fucked up shit.
But the problem is, they will tell on your ass at the drop of a dime. If some shit happen, you can believe
Oh,
that they're going to tell.
so I'm fired tomorrow. They be like, he took more than what he's supposed to take.
They're going to tell.
Now wait a minute.
That's what you better believe in.
Wait a minute. Now, in all fairness, this could save you, right? So the note said, mailman, UPS, Amazon, FedEx.
Yeah.
You know, help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if it say help yourself, then
It never said how many. You right.
there's no limit.
You right.
Yeah.
Technically, you could have took the whole basket.
So I should have went back and act like I dropped other bags.
Double up.
My boy would have came back with a box. He'd be like, "Boop. Oh, this ain't even it. Well, it's here."
He said, boop.
That'd been clever.
Hey, man, but I was humble.
Happens to the best of us, man. Happens to the best of us.
Damn, I was out in West Bubblefuck with $2 in my pocket.
What's going on, Autumn?
That's a bad place.
That's the best.
That's a bad. When you're in the middle of nowhere
And you only got
no
$2?
cash, you're not ready for anything
Nothing.
at all.
Nothing.
It could get complicated real quick. Yo, I know Uncle Rico's been sitting on this rant for about 5 good days.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't do an episode of Tweety J versus the world just to
He
get
back
that shit out
January.
there.
But nah, I didn't hold on to that, man. So I'm going to upset some people, and honestly, I don't give a fuck at this point.
If you talk about me, I'm telling you right now, we're going to tear this show up today.
Hey, fuck it.
That shit sounds good, but Uncle Fax is tired. When he says tear this shit up, he really means he's just going to say, fuck you,
Yeah.
and I'll see you in a few days.
So 2 weeks ago on the show, I was saying that one of the biggest bullies in the world is the alphabet people.
The who?
The alphabet people.
Yeah, they like
Alphabet
that.
soup.
Alphabet soup.
Why that bitch say who? Like he was like 10 blocks away. Who? Oh.
I don't make sure he was talking about the same people, yo.
So, they are one of the biggest bullies out there. So, 1A, 1B, whoever 1A is, 1B has to be the church.
The church.
The church. So let me tell you, now, this ain't just stemming from Monday, from the funeral I attended. This goes back to numerous ones I've attended. Is why does the church wait for you to be at your weakest point. You've lost a loved one. You're never going to see again. You're at your bottom. And they ask you to give your life to the Lord, give your soul to the Lord. They want to recruit you. They want you to start then. They putting you on the clock then. That ain't no different than a drug dealer, a blood, a crip, whatever. See, this young boy's gear ain't right, shoes always fucked up, head nappy. You know what I mean? His parents struggle, whatever the case may be. So they move in on it. Hey, look, man, you ain't gotta...
You got something like this, man.
Yeah.
You want to make a couple $.
Yeah.
Get you something to eat.
Come on with me.
We'll help you out.
I got you. Yo, it's
So you
nothing but a
saying-
fucking gang.
Are you saying all churches?
It might just be Catholic. I don't know. But the funerals I attend, the pastor is always trying to get everybody to give their soul to the Lord.
At the funeral.
At the funeral.
I'm about to
This
say,
is
that's
what
not-
really pissed me off.
That's not
Okay.
happening at a Catholic church. That's happening at other religions.
I mean, it has to be.
That's
It has
happening
to.
at Catholic churches. You're in and out of that thing 40 minutes
So-
tops.
What pissed me off, right, is one of his recruiting efforts was, if you don't give your soul to the Lord, you're never going to see her again.
I would have punched him.
Yo, me, my brother, my cousin, we all just like, what?
I would have hit him.
Nigga, did you just say I'm going to hell?
I would have hit him, yo.
Bruh.
I see you there,
Fear
motherfucker.
factor that
So, I'm going to tell you right now,
That is masterful manipulation at its
word,
best.
I'm
Like,
not
you are-
scared of no
you were-
blood, I ain't scared of no crip, none of that shit. I'm scared of the Catholic Church.
I mean, it is a business, right? And to
that
keep
does-
their
that
business
doesn't
going,
pay taxes.
they attack the weak. Like the people that's like going through something.
The sheep.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, the sheep. He said it right. And everybody, listen, it's not the pastor's fault. It's the people that's walking the door fault. Because you'll do bad shit from motherfucking Saturday, and then from
Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Saturday, yeah. Because
Sounds
I'm about to say you doing shit on Sunday too, motherfucker. I ain't
I'm
gonna
about to say
talk.
Monday to
I'm about
Sunday
to
morning.
say, I wanted to say.
Sunday
Look,
morning.
Monday, Sunday morning, you go to service. Sunday afternoon, back on
yeah.
your bullshit.
So everybody, you ever seen people that do something wrong, you feel bad? Well, this is how I used to be. I used to do something wrong or do something bad to somebody, and I feel though I had to go to church to you know what I mean?
Repent, like,
To
kinda
repent
like-
or make me feel better, like, you know what I mean? And a lot of people do that, and that pastor know that. So he attacking that. When the pastor preach, he attacking all things. He either going to attack your relationship problem, he either going to talk your financial problem, he either going to talk that you, like somebody done died in your family member, like your family members, somebody's sick, or somebody struggling with money.
And
That's
guess what
5
it
things he
all
talk
goes back
about.
to? It all goes back to
And you know, wait a
getting
minute.
right with Jesus.
Hold up. But the biggest thing in that, what Uncle Fact said is this, right? A lot of times, when this pastor does the eulogy at these funerals, right? The person who's passed away, for whatever reason, there's a good chance they weren't a member of the church.
Yeah.
They weren't a frequent visitor of the church.
Mm-hmm.
So now, the pastor has to turn around and try to come up with a good eulogy with no real information about the person.
Facts.
Is he gonna have? He gonna read the obituary.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna read
lie
that.
his motherfucking mouth.
He gonna talk about. You might get a couple good talking points out of that, but then, now let me reel him back on in. You want to join the church? Start paying these tithes and offerings.
Look all the women. I ain't gonna.
Now that you say women, that what he says makes me think of something else that I think is relatable to that. When the woman, you have sex with a woman, and then she says, "Do you love me?" Why do you ask me after sex? Like, why a lot of women wait till after you have sex
What's this
with
shit?
them?
The fucking 6
But it's
years.
the same thing. When you're at that point and you feeling a certain type of way, they wait. Now you want to ask me, "Do I love you?" after we just had sex? How do you respond to that?
That's a master manipulator at work. because
what I'm saying.
chances are before you fuck you ate, so you full and your nutsack empty. You liable to agree to anything because you're in a good mood.
And especially if it's good. But yo, it's the women though too, yo. You ever see a woman or you hear women talk? Like, girl, I went to church this morning. Guess what? Man, I feel like that pastor was talking to me. They all say it. Be like, yo, I feel like the pastor was talking to me and shit. What you mean he was talking to you? Out of everybody in that church, he was talking to you. that means you touched on them 5 points in life that everybody is doing something wrong. You either fucking sneaking and cheating, you either like having trouble with money, you either going through something with like death of your family, somebody sick or something like that. He only touching on our everyday things that we go through in life. And guess what? He can say that he's talking to everybody in this room because we all going through something.
Right.
We all going through something.
Relatable.
But he does making money off it. We not.
Master manipulator.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, it might be the title of the episode. Beware the master manipulators.
That's just something like when I came back Monday. I was thinking about it when I was there, and I got back. I was like,
motherfucker.
I was like, wow, like that's crazy, man. So Rich said, "Nah, Lonnie, that's because bitches ain't shit."
Okay. I ain't said. He said it.
Okay.
But he said, "Nah, I'm playing." But, so with the manipulation, does that mean God or woman?
Yo, I seen a joint today. It had me dying, right?
I had a debate with somebody about that.
I mean, I'm just asking. I mean,
is God woman?
It was a screenshot
to give her life, right?
Yo, I seen a joint, right? So listen, right? I seen a joint, right? It was like, he said, churches and pastors all trying to preach this marriage thing, right? He said, but nobody ever says, who's Mrs. God? And then one of the first comments said, nigga got a point. He had a baby mom, never did anything for the kid. Never did anything for the kid, let her figure it out. And then the next comment was like, I've been doing this shit all wrong. Yo, it's crazy, man. But
is it our fault that we ain't think about had to come up with the idea of open up a church? Because all we gotta do is go to take them fake ass classes that everybody go to under the Catholic authority.
Lies. You can be Kanye West.
I was about to say,
You be Kanye West.
I mean, well,
I'm gonna start my own shit.
yeah, but
I'm gonna remix some of this, what they call the music. You know, you got Christian music and then
gospel.
You got inspiration music and you got gospel.
But what they call secular music. That's what
secular. Okay.
Like, so he said, I'm gonna take this secular music that I know all these niggas they following me. I'm gonna remix some of these, start putting in a little hallelujah, amen, and a Kanye in here, and now y'all gonna follow me, and I'm gonna start my own super church. I'm telling you, like,
but
2 years, this nigga's gonna be saying he's an
ordained
minister.
This podcast might be a church. We come in here, we talk to the people, we speak truth,
Always.
and we drink. Communion. Wine get you drunk.
It's communion.
Facts.
That's no different than drinking.
Nothing brings people better together sometimes is some drinks.
Drunk Uncle, Drunk Unk's church, yeah.
But what do I know? If y'all ever follow what do I post? Sunday morning church. And I've been posting that for a while. Sunday morning church, and what it is exactly what he said is truth. Church is supposed to bring you to a light, to a certain truth. So this is my truth, regardless to how some people might feel about it. I'm going to give you a different level of truth. So I'm going to bring you to church on my level, because everybody doesn't understand, you know what I mean, certain points, and we get a perception of what church is or what truth is. But truth can come from anybody. You know what I mean?
Anywhere.
And that can be your church.
So I got something. I got a question I want to ask. Right. So I know all of us have been to church before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody here is actively going to church every Sunday.
Right now?
I haven't been
Actively.
about 2 years.
Actively going, but we've all been before.
I actively go every Saturday night.
Okay.
Okay.
To Drunk Unks church.
All right.
But anyway,
I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
but
churches.
I say that to say this, right? So there are a bunch of pastors who pastor in their different ways.
Right.
Right. So I'm going to ask y'all this: for the times when y'all went there, like I know I've seen, like when I moved to Las Vegas years ago, and like my first like 4 months, I was trying to do right and find a church home.
Right.
So I went to a lot of churches. You know what I mean? Big, small, whatever. You know. And then I found a church that I was like, all right, I'm rocking with this, right? But then, right, the pastor was very regionally known. I don't know if he was known all over the nation, but regionally he was known. Mm-hmm. He was very good at what he did. But I found myself on the days where I went to church and he might be off at a conference or somewhere else, and I'd be like, man, I just wasted this Sunday morning. Because that pastor, they're all talking the Bible, but his delivery of it was so much more pristine for me. Like it's like entertainment. Yeah, it's like
rapping. You can have all the bars in the world, but your delivery ain't there.
Yeah. So what I'm really asking is like, when you did go to church, what were the things that made church enjoyable for you?
The choir. Easy. That's hands down.
The choir easy to get into.
Like when they start listening, you be ready. You be nodding off. All of a sudden, all right, we gonna let the choir speak. Okay, now it's time. Know what I mean?
Have you ever seen somebody shout in church with no church music on?
Yeah, it's called the when they talking tongues.
With no church music.
When they talking tongues and stuff.
With no music on.
When they talking tongues, you mean?
Have you ever been in church?
Yeah.
And really seen
because I was young when I first saw it. I was scared.
Why they yelling?
I thought she had a seizure. I thought she was having a seizure.
What I'm saying is, if you really pay attention, people in church don't normally go and start dancing and praising until the music goes on. Whoever's at the piano, they go, woo! Someone jumps up, you know what I mean? The organ goes, then they start playing, then the music goes. And once they stop playing the drums and the music,
the energy comes down. Yeah.
So as soon as they start doom, it picks back up, everybody starts shouting.
It just hit me. So the pastor ain't the quarterback. It's whoever's on the organs or the piano.
Absolutely.
That's the quarterback.
The quarterback is still the pastor, but the guy who's on the drums or the guy on the organ, he's the coordinator. He's making the adjustments on the fly. So he sees it. Mm-hmm. He sees, okay, the pastor's getting more passionate in his delivery. And now he's like, okay, now the pastor, he okay, let me give him a little backdrop. Let me hit him with that. Hit him with the one.
But all right, now let me ask y'all, since he said that, right? What's the difference in y'all going to a club and the beat drop, like a Meek Mill song come on, and then you start like jumping up and like moving, or a nice song that like with a nice beat?
Nothing.
So it's like a
music is voodoo. What the fuck?
So it happens in all cultures though, like in everything.
That was my point in actually bringing it up, because it's the music touches the spirit, and might not necessarily always be the message, because a lot of songs people don't never hear the lyrics, they hear the beat.
I told motherfuckers it's vibration. It's the vibration, yo.
Go with your mind and the chemical that gives you a certain feeling. Then that feeling kicks in, and then everybody jumps up, and they feel like they're doing this and that. But it really stems from who we are as people and the musical vibrations that make us move. And that's where a lot of that comes from. That's what I've learned through my years of going to church and watching.
So did we just break down the church?
So church service is a production. Absolutely. Every Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's just like a play. It's like a movie. You know, the opening credits is the bishop just welcoming everybody, and then you kind of get into the meat and bones of it. That's when the pastor shows up, and then you have, like with a great movie, every great movie has a soundtrack or a score going on that kind of reminds you, like you remember when you watch Michael Myers movies, when that motherfucking music drop, oh, somebody fitting to die.
Yeah, you know what's going down.
Night. Got a question for you. Shout out to Mr. Preston, man. He's a big fan. Every time I'm at Dice House, I see him out. He always talk to me, you know, and he's like, "I like what y'all doing. Like y'all on to something." So he's asking. He said, "What is church?"
It's a good question. I will not even act like I got the answer. I won't even attempt to act like I got the answer.
I mean, it's
apparently it's a presentation. It's a play.
Presentation. It's a presentation with a little bit of music, got a little bit of truth. give me a couple of dollars. You know, that's what it seemed like.
I mean,
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's not the same church that like are with our grandmoms and them. And
So
our
church isn't a
great-grandmoms
building. It's
was.
an actual.
It's supposed to be in you. Church is inside you. But what happens is you needed a safe place to serve the Lord at and everything. So it was like a safe haven where
Right.
people would go to fellowship and come together and serve and worship the Lord and everything.
So the true
without
essence-
worrying about nobody else, like the violence and everything else. That's what it's supposed to
So
be.
true essence, so you're saying church was just supposed to be for the gathering of the people,
Fellowshipping.
fellowshipping and worship.
Sanctuary?
Because everybody don't believe like Jehovah's Witness where you fellowship out in the streets. Everybody believes you fellowship in the safe, like comforts of like a building and everything. But I don't know who came up with this shit. Like, 'cause when you start looking at the origins of this shit, the churches when they start like making money and then they don't got to pay taxes, you be like, wait a minute, something is wrong here. Like something is going on. When I start looking
Now,
to that shit,
Hold on. We're not going to let that just slide real quick.
What?
My boy said, church gang. He said that shit real subtle.
I want to take this time personally to say fuck Joe Osteen. Go ahead.
On his heels.
he a millionaire, millionaire.
See who
millionaire.
You know, it get a little spooky when Uncle Fact starts studying.
One of my peoples told me church is the same as a hospital is for sick people. People who are sick in their life, they come to church to get well. But my question was, well, what if I'm not sick? Then why do I need to go to the doctors?
Because first of all, you're supposed to go to church for fellowship, meaning like, you see how we build on our show? We come every week and we build about the knowledge of things you found out, things I found out. That's the same way as fellowshipping, but we ain't calling it a church. And we calling it truth.
But,
Like,
what I'm saying, if I'm not sick, why do you go to doctors when you're not sick?
I don't be...
Can't
listen,
afford that shit.
I don't go to doctors at all.
I'm be honest with you.
Can you
It's
heal
a-
yourself?
I got a rant right now. It just came. Talk about going to the hospital. Yo, real rap, yo. I have not been to the doctors in like 3-4 years, right?
About at 5.
So I have an issue with my back, right? It's an ongoing issue. It's not going anywhere. My L5 disc is supposed to be the largest disc in my spine. It's actually the smallest.
L5? That bitch sound like a plane or something, bro.
I'm just,
Like, what the fuck? L5? I ain't never heard no shit like that.
I'm just telling you what the nigga told
Label
me. I'm just telling you what the nigga told me. That way, if motherfucker asks me, I could be like,
L5.
If you
Look
know
it
what
up.
you,
Boom.
If you know, you know. But anyway, so like,
They tell us anything, though. We don't go with it.
Facts.
Because the doctor with a white coat on said it.
Facts.
Fuck out of here. I'm tired of this shit.
But anyway,
Dr.
L-
Facts.
my L5, that disc in my spine is supposed to be the largest disc in anybody's back. It's actually my smallest. So, and it sits there at the base, like right before you get to your tailbone. So I have a lot
You
of
got a
lower back.
you got a tailbone?
Well,
Yeah.
bruh, it's Friday, but it's not Friday. Okay? Okay? So anyway. So I have a lot of pain in my lower back. It comes from, and it hits me anytime my body is like straight. So if I'm laying in the bed too long, getting out of bed is a bitch for me in the morning. And if I stand too long, I'm in straight up pain.
Damn, my boy not fucking standing up then.
So if you actually pay attention, right? If you pay attention on some G shit, right? If you pay attention when we go out places, if I don't have a place to sit, I usually peel wheels very quickly. Like within like 30 minutes, I'm gone.
Right.
But I say all that to say this, right? Ain't been to doctors in 3 or 4 years, right? Go to the doctors this year. Know my problem. Know my problem. Go to the doctor. Tell the doctor, this my problem. I'm telling you, I got like, now I'm going to the doctor here in Pennsgrove. Well, it was Pennsgrove, it was Pennsville. I'm going there, I'm telling him, dude, this the issue already. You go check my file. It was on there like 4 or 5 years ago. This is when I got diagnosed with it because now I understand why it's happening. And I had to go see a back specialist for him to actually break it all down for me. And that was after going to 6 weeks of physical therapy and doing an x-ray and an MRI. My rant comes from this, right? So I go see the doctor.
Oh, so you ain't start your rant yet?
No, my rant.
Build up. It's a build up. It's a build up.
I'm a good storyteller, nigga. I be trying to tell you, you gotta get your shit together. But anyway, ain't been there 3-4 years. I know what's wrong with me. I tell the doctor. Doctor says, listen, I'm going to send you for an x-ray we have to start the process over to see if it's gotten any worse. Okay, cool. He said, I'm going to send you for an x-ray, and I'm going to give you a prescription for some painkillers. I said, okay, cool. A month goes by. I get a bill in the mail. That motherfucker was at $2,200. I said, for an x-ray and some pain pills?
Got him.
I said,
Got him.
my wife tell me all the time, you need to consider getting the surgery. I can't afford it.
Got him.
I'm done with this shit.
Nigga broke.
Nigga, I'm broke.
Hey, yo, my thing is, yo, black people, man. Black people will question any other black person about any fucking thing.
But won't question the doctor.
Sports, all the way down to religion. Y'all will fucking talk about each other. Y'all will do anything. A doctor tell you take 2 of these pills and call me in the morning. Y'all good with that shit. Fuck out of here, yo.
Yo,
Bro, this born, man. That shit crazy, yo.
Live is jumping, so I want to get some.
Take 2 pills and call me in the morning.
That's it.
And guess what? If they don't work, I give you 2 different ones. If they don't work, let's come back.
No, take the shot.
Bruh.
Uncle Drew, Uncle Fax, Uncle Night Night. So, well, somebody said church is a business. I fully agree with that. Someone said the church's pastors, they got a side hustle. Like a side hustle. Then said, do pastors have to report taxes?
They don't.
No.
That's what I.
Church is tax-free.
Tax free. And I think it's.
So if you're
That's why
tax-free-
that's one of the most common statements everybody's heard, whether they understood it or not, is the separation of church and state.
Listen, I broke it. Well, I ain't breaking it down because, like, but if you look at it, right? This is why I tell everybody that jump into it, how the Pope run the motherfucking world, right? When everybody know the Crusades, I ain't gonna go real. I ain't gonna go too far back. Everybody know the Crusades fucked the whole world up, right? Took everything from everybody, right? They was running the world, right? When did anybody ever beat the Catholic Church and took everything back from them? Nobody. So that means they still running. Out of all nursing homes, out of all children's hospital, right? They all pay taxes. All fucking homeless shelters still gotta pay taxes, right?
Church.
Everybody pay taxes except the church. That's let you know the Catholic Church still runs the world.
Even if you have a non-profit organization, once
still-
you start making because you still have to report the income that's coming in there. Once you hit a certain number, then they're coming for you. They're going to audit you, and then they're looking.
But you got non-profit organizations, you got to pay for that building where you at, though. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? A church is not paying for that building. They not.
So Odom said that the pastors have to report their earnings.
Yeah, to the where it go? To the church. Where it go? To the Catholic Church. It don't go to the state. It don't go to the government. It don't go to the federal government. That's set aside, and they don't get all that money. They gotta split that money with the Catholic Church.
And then the crazy part.
Think about it, man.
Every week, where we get a regular paycheck, most of us, if we're lucky,
taken out.
with
Taxes taken out.
Yeah.
You know, your
taxes
net
on
and your
everything
gross
involved.
always tells the real story of your life. And then all your taxes, and then all your deductions, so your Social Security. Most jobs now
Who the
offer
fuck is
for
FICA?
them
Who is
niggas.
FICA?
Them niggas, everybody's putting hands in your pocket, taking something out of it. Yeah,
Bro.
another alphabet group.
Bro.
Another alphabet
Word
group.
alphabet boys.
Bro, we about to change this name. We ain't gonna be Drunk Unks no more. It's gonna be like DUP or something.
Word is born.
We need parts. You see DUP on your check, don't even trip.
We just take them 3 hours every
They don't say nothing.
3 hours.
Nothing.
Question is,
So you might as well give us $1. It's
We about
$1.
to infiltrate the system. We need our taxes too.
But yo, one thing positive I can say about the church. I said this shit a couple weeks ago. And I asked Uncle Rico and Night Night. I'm like, yo, it was like after a show. I said, yo, do y'all want to go with me to church so we can steal some of this energy they got? Because it's a lot of energy that's going around here, yo. You can't knock that. I'm not knocking that. Whatever they preaching, I don't got nothing to do with that. But I know for a fact that there's a lot of energy, positive energy floating around that church, and nobody not doing nothing with it. And I was going to steal some. We ain't even had to break in. We was going to walk through the front door.
Actually, it's
and
a
take
lot.
it.
They're gonna let you in.
Yeah.
They're gonna let you in.
Yo, that's what I said.
your energy stealing. You
Yo,
gotta
we
go.
was coming to get it. The pastor's still in it. Why we can't take it?
Because they love the pastor.
First of all,
I mean, hey,
first of all,
Hey, the pastor give
while y'all clapping, I'm clapping too.
first of all, now when I was on that journey for a church home, right? it was always this awkward point in every service. Do we have any visitors?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Shit. Start limping.
I'm 6'5".
Start scooting down a little bit like
God, these pews ain't built like this. I can't.
Hey yo, that's the longest walk too when you gotta go up there.
Bruh, Tony Baker, who's a comedian, does a lot of skits. You know, me and Uncle Rico fuck with him because he always gives us that cram and that Kirkpatrick. But he got a snippet from his special where he said he was in the church, right? He said they asked for visitors, and he said then they got to singing. He said he got uncomfortable. He said they was all on the pulpit, and then the choir started coming down singing, "We welcome you." The nigga said I started getting uncomfortable. He said next thing you know, they stepped off the pulpit and was coming into the crowd. "We welcome you." He said then one of them touched him. "We welcome you." He said, "Oh, nigga, I feel like I'm bursting in flames. I got to go. I got to go. It's not what I signed up for. I'm not here for all this. I hate it here."
Yo, that's fucked up. I want to apologize to all the elders watching the show.
I mean, but that's why I said it ahead of time.
We're going to apologize to the elders because, you know, you can't tell an OG or an older person that they was wrong or what they doing right now. Like, so you not, bro, you not.
But I'm going to give you a little Kanye to bring it back. New Church in the Wild, right? Mm-hmm. What's the hook to it? It says, human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who doesn't believe in anything?
Nobody.
So when you got this hierarchy, then what does it mean when you're trying to deal with people who don't even believe in nothing that you talk about?
Yo,
speaking them lyrics don't do it justice, because when that beat dropped, that shit was hard, nigga.
It's hard, though. But understand, listen to what I'm saying. Human beings in a mob.
What's a mob?
What's a mob to a king?
What's a king to a god?
But what's a god to a non-believer?
But that's because you don't believe in something don't mean something doesn't exist, though. Like, I could not believe in, I was going to say aliens, but that'd have been, that'd fuck everything up. But like,
if you don't believe in it, it's an afterthought. It's nothing.
No, it's an afterthought to you because life still goes on. That's because you don't believe in truth. No, that's because you don't believe in truth. All right, that's why I try to tell people, right? When everybody always say that I'm going to make a way for me to get better and everything like that. I know it starts with you. It starts with you, but at the end of the day, right? You gotta live in a society. You ain't gonna move to no island by yourself and everything. So you gotta deal with issues too, no matter what. Saying I'm gonna do this for myself, okay. But what about the people beside you? What about the people who still don't give a fuck about nothing? So you walking around amongst I don't give a fuck about people too. It's gonna be weird. You got your shit together, but you still live amongst people though. It's the beat. It's the beat though.
Again, the beat automatic.
It's the beat.
Goddamn voodoo get me.
That voodoo get you.
What's that Jay-Z song? When the Bull said that, I don't know why people like it, but it gets the beats that get you going.
Otis.
Yeah, Otis, yo. Remember he said that? Yo, he said I don't believe
it.
Yo, Frank Ocean killed that shit, man.
That Church in the Wild.
That might be the episode title. No Church in the Wild.
Church in the Wild.
That could work.
No Church in the Wild.
Yo.
Nah, but the Otis joint is definitely. It's like I don't know what it means, but it's dope.
He said,
It
"Get you
gets
going."
the people going.
Oh,
It's
Otis.
Otis.
Yeah, but it's from that's like Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Was Blades of Glory? Yeah.
It was like a message, man. How music really like beats. Like Word is Born. When we was growing up, my favorite music was reggae music, right? And I didn't understand a word they were saying, but it's still my best music though.
I still don't know what they saying, but I vibe out to that
you
bitch.
vibe like crazy. What?
You feel it.
Humping like a motherfucker.
Only reggae words that I remember that I can know and say clearly was "Underwood, like her name was Maxine."
Oh,
That bitch is like a bunch of
a couple pieces.
But then the whole verse, it's like, oh, okay, but fuck it.
What's the other banger?
Music is voodoo.
What's the other banger, yo?
It's a bunch of them.
Man, I'm talking about that banger. Like they put that bitch on in the club, that all hell broke loose.
Reggae? Which time of reggae? Because I know once I hit
House
18,
party time.
I be talking about shower.
I'm just saying because I know
Shower,
it's
yeah.
one joint from when I was like 19, 20. My crew, my dogs.
Oh.
TOK crew.
That shit's a hit. My crew, my dogs.
Make moves, break laws. And,
Look, here we go. Look. Well, that's
Little Vicious.
Little Vicious. Now everybody was dancing on this shit.
Ain't know
He ain't know what the fuck he's saying.
They could have been saying,
Fuck your mom.
they could have been saying, fuck niggas, all y'all die, eat a dick.
We like,
Yo. Give him up high fives and everything, like.
Yo, this our shit, nigga.
Come on, chick, come on, yo, come on, girl. That shit crazy, yo. Motherfucking nigga for you, boy.
Yo, so we gotta get a real roster on the show to break down these songs for some of our
Yeah,
favorite
that's
records.
I need Teddy Bruckshot.
Word. Big shit.
Cause they've been getting this, like they've been getting this with that music.
Dope on y'all. Dope. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but that shit is dope.
The song is called Drobaho.
That's what I mean. I don't know what that means.
And
I don't know what
emergency
he's
says
saying.
Joanna. Joanna.
That shit is dope.
I don't know, but it should sound good. The melody's great.
So it's really, so it's all beats, like vibration. Then everything.
So
all beats and vibration.
It goes back to the choir, the piano player, and the organ
If you
player.
study and listen to music, there's certain vibrations
That touch different people.
of music, frequencies of music, that if you're studying, they will help your brain remember on a higher level just by the frequency of the beat. That's why when Africa, when we would go to war, we had war drums. And we would play music that would get
Uncle
us
Night
going
Night
as
is in
people.
full DJ mode tonight, everybody.
What song was that?
Drunk, get you drunk on my lady hump, my hump, my
Let's see if he says it.
lady hump.
I'm not skating to anything with references to lady humps. I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
It
No, it's not. It's
Gets
just
the people going.
That's what Jay-Z put in his hook.
Yeah, that was it. That was his
He put his
I
in
know
his
what
hook.
it means.
And then when the beat dropped, you was like, oh shit.
Nobody knows what it means.
Oh, time out.
Provocative.
We got a special guest on the line.
Alright, what's up?
Will the Thrill. Who is it, Pastor?
Oh, my cousin?
Will the Thrill.
Oh,
He
shit.
on right now.
Yo, cuz, what's good? Fowler! Nah, man, we had great talks, man. We had great talks. Great discussions, yo.
Will the Thrill, what's going on, fam?
I mean, but that's dope. Like, I think a lot of times,
Oh, shit, the shots up? Shit.
I think a lot of times people get so wrapped up in the notion of, well, we just been doing it for this long, and nobody asks the question.
Oh, they ain't questioning, you mean?
They don't ask the question, and then you know when somebody does ask the question, nobody has an answer.
Or sound crazy to everybody else because they ain't normally hearing that question.
Yeah, so he's like, bro, you tripping or you
You
wild,
tripping.
you crazy.
I get that all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it all the time, yo. Like, what? They like, Lonnie, wilding, yo. What? Why? Because I asked where dinosaurs come from.
But like the crazy part is now when you meet somebody who's well versed in something that you have a question about, and then you can have a dialogue with them, then those are incredible moments because then you have somebody who can provide you with answers that mean you agree, but because you meet somebody who's smart enough to know, and they went and acquired knowledge, and you're looking for knowledge.
Right.
That's when something incredible happens.
Hey, yo, now, Twitty, since you brought this church shit up, right? Mm-hmm. Now, remember a while ago, I don't know, it was a while ago. A lot of episodes. We got a lot of episodes. We do a lot.
Yeah,
so.
we like 70 in.
Damn. So
We like 70.
one of them episodes back then, right?
Not now, back then.
I said, like, who is more fucked up to our community or to our people? The teachers, the public schools, or the pastors, right? Nobody really answered it because everybody said the church, right? Not one pastor come and put a gun in nobody's head or go lock their mom and dad up because they don't go to church.
Facts.
The school system, if you don't send your kids to school,
You're getting paperwork.
you getting paperwork.
You're getting court dates.
You're going to keep getting fines. And after you get enough for fines, they will lock you up. The parents, the mom and the fucking dad. I got a letter, I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't know wait a minute, what's going on? But,
too.
So my thing is, the pastors, you don't get no paperwork for not going to church. But you get paperwork for not going to public schools teaching you that bullshit. But guess what? Every day, us black people out here attacking each other. You know why? Because a lot of black pastors making money now off that shit.
Yeah.
So if you going to attack them, him guy, you making money. But we ain't going to attack that school system, is we?
Rant just came up
right.
that I thought about earlier. No, you triggered it. I'm sorry. Look, if I can have a mid show rant, I can have one too.
This motherfucker can have more all shows. Like
Facts.
But what you said about...
I mean, I had a rant, just in my own defense. I had a rant to start the show, but okay. I knew Uncle Rico was sitting on the gym.
But I seen A-Van, he had like my post the other day. So it's like, all right, so George Zimmerman is suing Trayvon Martin's family.
Off with his head.
So my thing is this, man. As much as in our area, just around, motherfuckers shoot in the air, just do dumb shit, kill each other over dumb shit, over $20, a nigga kill you. Ain't none of these gangsters shot a single bullet at George Zimmerman, and this has been what, 7 years, 8 years, some shit.
But the bad part is, you can use George Zimmerman as your example, but
Raw said it the best.
What'd he say?
When the cops killing people, nobody want to gangbang.
Exactly. Exactly.
He one of these people that, like, I mean, he hold weight with his shit. As in, like, I mean, he got a lot of followers. That's what I'm saying. He said that shit. Everybody looked the other way. Turn on the cheek. And they turned on the cheek.
It's like,
they turned on the cheek.
It's like, yo,
the crazy thing.
I bang, but I don't bang.
I don't bang. Like, yeah. Man. I shoot people, but not them people.
I shoot this nigga for stepping on my sneakers. But I'm not gonna shoot this white boy who just killed my neighbor.
Nah, man, he going. He going.
Beef, homie.
I don't really know him like that. Like
I know the nigga, but I don't know him.
Like, yeah, word is born.
I mean, yeah, he invited me over for Thanksgiving, and I went. But
and he sent me home with platters, but I ain't my business what happened with him and the white boy.
Hey, yo,
he cut my grass a couple times, but we ain't really like.
Even though I ain't asking, he was gonna hand it anyway. It used to be nice, yeah.
Nah, but he's suing him for $100 million.
Bro, that's attention, though. I mean, to me, that's media attention. And guess what? It got everybody's attention, didn't it? That's one of the goals with the media.
He sold the gun. He shot the boy.
Where he auctioned the gun off, bro.
Hey, bro, he doing everything that the law allowed him to do, though.
Lick a single shot at this motherfucker.
Bro, what I'm trying to say is, right, we know the law can't help this family right now, right? Because he's using the law to do what he's doing right now. The system. But nobody not talking about that, though. They talk about George Zimmerman, but he's using the law. How can you sue somebody for $100 million? Unless the court, you file the paperwork and they let you do it.
Now, first of all, if this family had it, if this family had $100 million,
yeah, we know they all got it. So it was
I would believe that George Zimmerman would already be dead after they killed this people's son.
Yeah, I think it's all for sure, man.
But the fact that he would even,
but he's suing the state, he's suing the prosecutors, he's suing everybody, not just the family.
It's nothing. Listen, now, in terms of suing the state and prosecutors,
now that's something you're allowed to do.
I'm okay with that because when you are labeled as an enemy of the state, or you go before the state for whatever your crimes are, so to speak, the state will try to make you out to be something that you never was in your whole life. So I have no problems with that.
Filthy big lip beast.
So we said fuck the state? That's what y'all saying right now?
What I'm saying is,
y'all want that beef?
What I'm saying is, when people decide to do that, I understand it, because like when you go to trial, doesn't matter what you're going to trial for, they make you out to be something that you know you're not. And then they go above and beyond to sell that to these 12 strangers who now hold your fate in their hands.
That they don't want to be there.
They don't want
to be there. See, that's crazy.
You made them be a part of it.
Yep.
And you told them it was your civic duty to do this.
Then,
crushing everything.
And some jobs don't pay you. They just excuse you not being there. They need what, $5?
$5 an hour? A day. My bad.
Depending on how long your trial runs, you get but if you got like a 2 or 3 day trial, you're getting $4 to $5 a day. Once you get past the third day, then they up the ante to like $20.
Bro, time is not even worth that little bit of money, man.
Facts.
At all, man.
But then
you gotta put a motherfucker to sentence to death.
But then
so
here's the flip side of that, and I'm gonna ask y'all this question, right? If they don't make these people come in for jury duty, who would actually be your jury at that point?
The people supposed to be the jury, man. They changed it. The community's supposed to be the jury, but they picking and choosing who it's going to be, though.
Absolutely.
They controlling it though. What I'm saying, when it first started, it's supposed to be the community. I mean, your peers will judge you. Like mostly every other country, the peers, the community judges them. When somebody do a violent crime, the whole community judge them. That's why you see everybody stoning one person or beating the shit out of one person with a bat, like 100 people and shit. That's the community cast judgment on that motherfucker. But yo, my thing is, John, if you the system and you controlling the judgment. You still the state is still controlling the judgment by the people they pick. It ain't like they said you could pick. Now, like sometimes you get to pick your jury. They said you pick the jury, right?
They pick the jury. But
how long you gonna know, motherfucker? Though.
But both sides. So the prosecution and the defense have to agree on the juror. So from a defense standpoint, you might be like, all right, the way he's thinking, that's the kind of guy I need, and then. The prosecutor will be like, okay, well, we don't want Mr. Moore because he's had trouble in the past. When he filled out his questionnaire, he said he was just on a jury, or he was just found not guilty by a jury 2 years ago.
That's the most stupidest shit ever, bro. That's the most stupidest shit ever, yo.
So yo,
bro, I got jury duty again in January. I just had that shit.
It is something you posted either this week or last week.
Post a lot of shit, bro.
I know, but you know, I know what I'm talking about right now. But it goes back to what we were talking about prior. So you posted outside of your house church van.
Oh.
So with all the traffic and all that crazy shit going on, so are these vans kidnapping these people and making them go to church because the church van pull up? The church van pull up. Bing, bing. Oh shit!
Motherfucker, get out, come running out.
I mean,
and like 5 people got in that van
don't
too.
Don't be like Uncle Fax. Uncle Fax run to the door, butt ass naked. Let me get dressed real quick, bro. I'm on my way.
Oh shit!
I'm coming.
So,
hey yo, my thing is
that some sort of trafficking?
No.
You know why the church don't got nothing to do with that shit?
Biggest dope dealers in the world.
This is why the church might sell, pastors might sell dope, but they're not selling body parts. I'm gonna tell you that right there because body part industry is billionaires and shit. Like they won't be living around here no more. They probably selling dope. A couple pastors. I mean, flipping a couple motherfucking.
I mean, when I say dope, I don't mean.
I'm talking about real. They selling.
I'm talking about mental dope.
Man, I just need like.
That's free. That's free.
Down with dope.
That's free. You don't gotta sell
like
that.
2 minutes at the end of the show. I need 2 minutes at the end of the show.
Well, why we gotta stop now?
I mean, I'm not saying stop right now. I'm saying I just need 2 minutes just to tee off.
I always gotta go somewhere. It's regular, but you know.
I just want to tee off. That's all.
I mean, if you want to tee off, nigga, go for it.
All right, so.
Better be good though.
When it comes to these churches, right? If your pastor never sold drugs, was never trouble in his life, I'm not listening to that motherfucker. The best pastor is the one who was out here in the mud.
Oh, so you saying when DMX started his church, you signing up?
He ain't coming back or whatever he on, yo.
But nah, like seriously though, like any of the pastors who
he done, yo.
I'm trying to hold that shit and I couldn't.
He done, yo.
No, it's like the pastors who never had no checkered past, they sermons be like he was saying earlier, delivery. But the niggas who did the shit that you did, you kind of more relate to them. Especially if you know them. Like, yeah, that thing wasn't out there back in the day, you feel me?
But yo, I know you ran. I mean, you going on for 2 minutes.
That's one. Oh, I'm still going.
Right, but delivery don't take away from truth because at the end of the day, yo, a lot of rappers sound good. Like you said earlier, earlier. Like a lot of rappers sound good, but they don't have the bars. That the person that don't have a delivery, he got the bars. He really got bars, and the other person that's got the delivery, right? Mm-hmm. So that makes him a better rapper because his delivery better. That's what you're saying. I mean, he's gonna attract more people. But at the end of the day, right? We all know that. Us as people, we run from truth because truth is something different. It's so easy for you to follow the lie than follow the truth, yo. Like you said, they follow the delivery and not follow the truth.
You're preconditioned to follow the lies because your family's been following the lies. And then when that one family member decided just to ask why, that family member was ostracized. So then that made the generation after him, We gotta stick to the live. You see what they did to Uncle such and such.
That was a cousin at the barbecue that had his own table because wasn't nobody fucking with.
That was that drunk Unc was speaking that shit too.
Facts.
Like he was speaking that shit at every barbecue, yo. And nobody wasn't listening to him.
Because he the one that went through the mud.
He the one what y'all. He the one with word is born.
Picked himself up.
Word is born.
And now he's got a story to tell. He's got a testimony.
That right there has got deep. Like you Twitty. Give me something, bro. You wanted something, bro. Not too hard. It's my hand.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
My bad.
But yo, like when John said last week, nobody can tell me about my relationship if you're not even in a relationship. Like, how'd you talking about my relationship? You're not even in a motherfucking relationship. Who is you to give advice? You don't know what's going on. You don't even got a relationship.
You're not certified. You don't have the credentials to
so
speak
my thing
on
is,
this.
if somebody never felt what love is, right? I ain't talking about no you born that's a kid love. I'm talking about like loving somebody that you never even saw before. Then all of a sudden y'all get a union together. And when I say union, I ain't talking about paperwork either. Meaning like marriage and all that. I mean you can have a union without marriage, paperwork through the system and everything. Right. Because once you get in tune with another person, that's marriage to me. But that's a whole nother. It's not for today's show. But yo, if I never felt love somewhere, how could I appreciate the love I'm with now? You understand what I'm saying? Like that'll make me understand better because I felt it before. But if I never felt it, this could be anything. This could be a good lust moment. This could be a good happy moment.
But you know, I seen something today. It kind of ties into what you were saying. Shout out to Hood Carney. He put up he shared like a link on Facebook, and it was like, you know, people who are too nice or nice people in a relationship, you know, sometimes they get done dirty because the person that they're dealing with, they don't identify with people being nice to them.
Right.
They're still too emotionally attached to trauma, so they don't even know how to deal with somebody who's nice to them. They're used to people literally treating them like shit. So when you come there and you don't treat somebody like shit and you sit there and say, man, how was your day? And they're like, huh? You know, I think a lot of what happens with people in all facets of their life, even as it pertains to their religion, man, is that, and we've talked about it before, it's about not being honest with yourself, not being honest who you are to the people who are in your circle, and more importantly, like you're not in a position where you feel like you're in a safe space where you can share who you are with people. Right. And that's the worst, right? Because then you start doing stupid shit like living a lie. And eventually,
hey yo, you made me. I just thought of something like, because like sex is not a cookie. You can't taste it and put it back. The memory of the cookie will always be there for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. So anybody you sleep with, anybody that you lay down with, anybody that you spend time with, even though they're not in your life no more, the memory of them spending time will never go away. Mm. That's one thing. That's a jewel. Seeing everybody to take. So you can't just keep trying all these fucking cookies out here.
Real quick, I'm gonna cut my rant down a little bit.
But you still got 2 minutes?
Yeah, no, we good, man. We on our own time.
I said that.
This is Drunk Unks Church.
Facts.
Take your time, Pastor. I'm gonna take my time.
Pastor Twitty.
Pastor Twitty.
But to go back to what we just said, me and you. So, said Drunk Unks, the uncle that was, you know what I mean? So, shout out to all my uncles. My Uncle Marvin, my Uncle Skip, my Uncle Michael. All been in the mud. All changed it around. Mm. You feel me? And that's something big. You know what I mean? Of what you said. It's the one day, you know what I mean?
But is it the church or is it yourself that turns?
No, he said that they ain't in the church. In the church, huh?
They don't do the bullshit no more.
They don't do the bullshit no more.
But that's my point.
And they will steer you away from the shit. You feel me? They will steer you away from the shit.
But you know the bad part about all of that is this, right? And I was having this kind of conversation earlier, but it had nothing to do with like street shit, so to speak. It just kind of had to do with like there's a lot of people, whether they realize it or not, there's always been somebody who was trying to guide you away from something that you were doing.
Right.
Right. So whether it's like, hey, don't touch the pan because it's hot, you're gonna burn yourself, and but sometimes you have to be in a position where not only can you receive information, But you need to be in a position where you can receive and understand the information.
Everybody not like that. Yo.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
True.
I'm talking about like 99% of the
People try to
world.
touch the stove.
Listen, I'm talking about 99. What you just said, 99.9% of the people in the world can't do that, right? I'm gonna tell you why. We all got this thing that's in us that nobody can change. Especially the older you get, you start coming to yourself. Fuck the rules in your mom's house. Fuck the rules in your dad's house. You start coming in when you start becoming as a man and everything. You be like, I ain't gonna talk back because I know I'm gonna get fucked up. But I don't like this because you still you feeling something that's coming on like for yourself and everything. Everybody got their own understanding on how life's supposed to be and not what they was taught. Because that means the own understanding how you think it's supposed to be, that's your common sense is talking to you. But you're going to keep fighting that, though, because you was taught this way. And you're going to keep following the rules of the land. See what I mean?
Common sense is a flower that doesn't grow in everybody's garden.
No. It was cut down from everybody's garden. It was fucking, what is called, that fucking weed killer shit. They sprayed weed killer on there. Everybody got
Hit
it.
him with that Roundup. Hit him with that Roundup.
Hey, for people who don't know, you can get a lawsuit on
I
Roundup.
saw that. I
If
saw
you
that
get
Roundup.
Roundup, you can go to class action. You might get paid.
But yo, that's where I came to about the teachers. Like, I mean, I don't want to disrespect no teachers, but at the end of the day, yo,
You're part of the system.
you're part of the system, man.
Most
I know,
teachers aren't going to break
but
out
see,
of the system. 'cause their job depends
I'm not
on
going
it.
to talk about them because I'm going to talk about the system. I'm going to talk about the school system, period. I ain't going to talk about the teachers because at the end of the day, they're trying to make a living, trying to feed their family and everything, right? But you can't keep telling me all this bullshit, and you know it's bullshit.
No, it's bullshit.
Some do, some don't.
Man, they know it's bullshit.
most
That's mean
don't do.
they program. That's how you know they program.
But that's the pastor. He knows most of
So
the shit
why you
he's
keep
talking
getting mad at the
bullshit,
pastor?
But he keep doing it.
Ain't nobody talking no fucking education in school yet.
Which one are you indoctrinating first? Religion or school?
School!
No.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Absolutely not.
Mostly all the people that believe in religion and everything, bro. Like from the older people and everything, half of them ain't make it through school or nothing like that.
Absolutely not. When you're a baby, you're 2 months old.
Okay.
Where do you go? Church with your parents. You don't go to school.
Bro.
You don't go to school
Okay.
until you're about 7 or 8.
Now guess
6.
what? You right though. You right
go
though.
to church
But guess what happens
when
though?
you're 2 months
How long
old.
you in church for?
3
What?
hours.
One day out of the week, right?
Depending on what
Nah, everybody don't do that. Most black people do what you call, right? When you go to school at the age of fucking 5, right, Tweety? Is it right?
Yeah.
5, right? You in that classroom, they set you up.
Yeah.
They hit you with body shots and let you stand there for 5 hours, right? Get you
First
ready.
year.
You know what I mean? First grade. When you go to fucking second grade, you mandatory be in there for like 7.5 hours, right? And then you doing this for 12 years of your fucking life. They taking 7.5 hours from you. It's only 24 hours in a day. I don't gotta keep saying this.
And you're doing it for 9 months out
And
of the
you're
year.
doing it for 9 months out of a year. You go to church once a week. Who doing more damage? What happens is people accept one because they told to accept the education because you got no choice. You got a choice to set whether you want to be a Christian or a fucking Seventh-day Adventist, all that, right? You got a choice. You got a choice to get an education.
Unless you're homeschooled.
Okay, so what's the procedure when you got a gun in your head?
Oh my God. Well, go ahead, Tony. I just feel like it's just time to start.
I'm about to wrap it up, so I'm gonna ask y'all right now: is y'all rocking?
Rocking and rolling? Express?
Is you rocking? So now I'm asking her right now: is y'all rocking? I'm about to tee off a little bit, and I ain't saying nothing else.
All right, all right.
So
Grab my drink.
Facts.
today, the iHeartRadio Podcast Award nominees came out today. Every category. And it seems like every category, it's already famous people, millionaires, you can't relate to. Half of the content is fucking garbage, but because of the name, people tune in.
Facts.
So
I follow.
I made a promise to myself once we got on iHeart, we going to the awards. It ain't even about winning podcast of the year, just our category. When you got talent like us, question everything. Not for the beat. Get them girls. Lit life. Memoirs from a fuckboy. Bruh. The top 5. Only one I can give credit to is Joe Rogan because his show was actually
I
good.
like Joe Rogan. I'm about to say I watch him.
Yeah, his show was actually good. The Ron Burgundy podcast? Ron fucking Burgundy.
Joe Austin?
He's not there.
Who's close?
No, he's not.
I mean, Joe Rogan have other people as guests on his show, and that makes shit
category.
live, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And in our category, I recognize one of the shows.
Did Nori,
All right,
did
Joe.
Nori make the drinking podcast?
No, we're under society and culture. That's what we're under. That's
where
category.
most of us are going to be put under.
Yeah, but that's
because
what we're
unless
under.
we have like a definitive subject like sports or politics,
Unless we drunk and we
Even
gonna talk
when
about
it
alcohol,
comes
right?
to sports, NBA panel.
He ain't make it?
Second, no. He's on TV with it.
That's what I said. Like, he can...
So,
Shout out.
my issue is this.
shout out to Snoop.
So, people would rather support these motherfuckers that they don't know, content is bland, than to help and promote and listen to the people they know and that's trying to get to that point.
But you know what? I think
I think it's
I'm going to say this.
money, bro. So you know, like, if you look
I
at
mean,
it from that point of
like,
view,
like realistically, yeah, you can buy your way to the top.
you buy your way
for
to
anybody.
the top, bro.
But I say
That shit
that
corny.
I say that to say this, right? You think about it like this, right? Since we've been doing the podcast, right? I put up a post maybe like a year ago, give or take, right? I got like 3,000 friends on the book, and I was the low man. He had like 5, you had like 6. And I was like, and we only had, at the time, we only had like 700 people like the page.
Right.
And I was like, that shit boggles my mind because, quote unquote, if you're supposed to be my friend, it shouldn't be hard for you to just go ahead and like the page.
Right.
Now, if you turn around, now mind you, I got 3,000 friends, he's got 5,000, you've got 6,000, right? So you got twice as many as me, and he's got almost twice as many as me. But the crazy thing about it is this, right? Of that, we'll start with my number, of that baseline of 3,000, right? Of the 3,000 friends that I got, the mutual friends we had only capped at like 2,000.
Right.
So I mean, there was 1,000 extra people from me, which turned into 3 extra thousand people from him, which turned into 4 extra thousand from you. So you turn around, you do the math for all of that, bruh. The craziest part in all of that is this, right? A lot of people just don't even understand the concept of just liking a page, putting a review, subscribing, and then the crazy part is we are on multiple streaming outlets. So like unless you're somebody who has title, okay, cool. But anything else we're on. It's fair game. Like, and the fact that like a lot of people don't even understand the legitimate the legitimate fact that this is not really a hard thing. This is not nothing that costs you any money. Hell, it doesn't really cost you time.
For free.
It doesn't even cost you time, really, because like I have podcasts I listen to outside of ours and outside of the like the umbrella of people that we deal with. Like, you know, there's like famous people podcasts I fuck with. Like I fuck with the David Banner podcast. I fuck with Expeditiously with T.I.
Yeah, it's just hard. I fuck with shit.
Yeah, you've known from day one. I've always been a Drink Champs supporter.
Yeah.
But it's not hard to sit there and turn around and sit there and say, hey, like, follow, share, subscribe, support, review, comment, share. Like, these are all things that don't cost you any money, and they don't even cost you that much time.
A single fucking penny, bro.
Like for me to share a post from somebody who I don't want anything monetarily from them to share their post. So they'd be like, yo, this is my podcast. Can you like my page? Okay, boom. That's a half a second. Oh, can you share my page? That's another half a second. Now we had a whole full second out of my day.
So, what you saying that Well, Avan said it. So another drunk podcast gave a shout out on Twitter, start following us and everything. Somebody who was on before us, actually. It's called Pass the Wine, Sis. It's chicks who get drunk off of wine and talk shit.
That shit probably dope.
They found us. Mind you, I knew about them. I researched all the drunk podcasts. I seen them before we even got to where we at. You feel me? But for them to find us and shout us out and follow us, shout out to y'all. But yo, I'm telling iHeart, whoever's doing fucking podcast awards at this fucking point, yo, count your fucking days. 2020, I'm on some other shit. We coming for this shit because we earned this shit.
That's
and we're giving great fucking material. Not even just us.
About 3 weeks, yeah.
Question everything. Great fucking material. Get them girls. Great fucking material. Lit Life. Great fucking material.
Not up for debate.
Bro, it's like, and you
NBA
getting
panel.
awesome fucking content. But you'll listen to Ron Burgundy. How, Sway? I played the first 4 episodes because at one point iHeart had this shit coming on when you log on there. With the podcast and
Yeah, his shit was already like that. Mean he affiliated, bro.
But the reason is
His shit come on.
I don't even know
bro,
who
when
he
I first
is.
got to iHeart,
But
I hear his shit. Bro,
Ron
his shit, I heard his shit everywhere. Yeah,
I don't know who he is.
I hear shit everywhere though.
That's my point.
That
I don't know who he is.
That Ron Burgundy,
There's
like
no hook
Ron
to
Burgundy,
it.
the hook. You hear
I have
it?
no
He had to
clue
pay
who
for
he
that
is.
shit to come on everywhere like that.
That's why you got paid for radio time. You got paid for that. That's
Ron Burgundy, I'm like,
okay, I don't even know who he is. What does he do? Who is he?
Ron Burgundy is a fictional character that Will Ferrell
Anchorman.
created in the movie
Anchorman. Remember that movie Anchorman 1 and 2? Well,
If you're not a Will
they
Ferrell
made a
fan,
podcast
I know
on-
who, but I've never.
but like Will Ferrell
Don't
got
get
a
me
movie
wrong.
called
I love
Anchorman.
Will Ferrell, don't get me wrong.
And
I like Will
But fuck all that.
like
alright?
Ron Burgundy was a character from Anchorman.
Listen, I had no clue.
now
I heard
see,
the word, I never-
Joe Rogan. I'm gonna
This
tell you,
shit tough.
I'm gonna tell you why his shit
Different, though.
tough, right?
He got a lot of stuff with it.
Listen, he bring motherfuckers on because first of all, I was trying to call in so bad, cause they had a whole 4 hours of fucking this flat earth shit, like going hard. And like he was asking questions, oh, what about this? And they was Googling shit. They had a whole debate. And then the next week, bringing a couple other different people. Then he kept doing this for a minute and shit like that, yo. Like I'm like, yo, that's what's up, yo. He different. He don't got no. That's one topic he stick to.
Mm-hmm.
He jump all the way around and shit. That's why I can fuck with him a little bit. Some of this shit, like we start talking about that. He
He
gonna do
knows
the
some
MMA
shit.
fighting shit.
Joe,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knows some shit.
Well, first of all, like it's never been about knocking people who have good quality content. It's not about that. It's not even about hating. But the one thing that bothers me, and it bothers me because it affects melanated people on so many levels in almost every facet of their life. People don't understand the simple concept that there's power in unity. There's strength in numbers. So if you turn around, if everybody jumps on here, let's just if everybody from Salem, Pennsgrove, Woodstown, Swedesboro, Quentin, like even that, like, but the thing about it is this, right? If all of those people just decided just to like the podcast, right, you're bringing awareness to where we're at, right? So, and a lot of these big companies, they just want to see your numbers.
Yeah,
Like that, they'll pay you and they'll give you money. They'll pay you and they'll give you money to do whatever you're doing. All you got to do is show them that they're going to be able to get a quick return. And they sit there and if you come to the table and you say, "Yo, I already have 800,000 YouTube subscribers,"
right?
And that's just regionally. So that's Jersey, that's New York, that's Pennsylvania, that's Maryland, that's Delaware, a splash of Virginia, a splash of Connecticut. I said, but I got that. But the content is so good, it could be nationwide. They will jump on board. They just want to know, can we get that immediate return?
Right.
And like the bad part is, people don't understand, right? If I make cupcakes, right, or I cook food, or carpentry is my thing, or I rebuild houses or whatever, right? Anybody who's doing something, I want to attach myself to them because at the end of the day, right? Listen, you don't have to give me no money to do this, right? I'm going to jump on board with you with this, right? All I'm going to ask is down the line, I might need a shout out or I might need bring me on so I can put my stuff out there. Like, people don't understand, like the barter system still does work. You have to, but you have to do it. But go ahead, brother.
Let's switch topics a little bit. As you said, like people hating. I heard an interview where, if y'all know who it is, Whack 100 said Nipsey Hussle was not a legend. Would you agree or disagree, or would you say he's hating, or would you say he's telling the truth?
I mean,
in regards to what he was saying at that point.
I got something to say because, John, I only knew Nipsey Hussle through John. Like everybody know that I'm not a rap god. I don't follow like the statistics of rap and hip hop. No, I follow it.
Lonnie Avant.
Yo, but what I'm saying is like, I'm like when you hear something good, you hear something good. Don't care what it is. Like I can listen to all different kind of music. If it sound good, it sound good to me. That's how I am.
We from the era where it's good music and bad music.
Yeah. So I didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was. John bumped him all the time. I'm like, man, it wasn't catchy to me. But just because it's not catchy to me, don't mean it's not good music. That's what go back to that believer and shit. That's because you believe in something. That don't mean it's not good though. Like I don't believe it's good, but that don't mean it's not good. See, that's what everybody gotta understand. But when when that shit came out about that Dr. Sebi shit, that he had me listen to all his music because I want to know. I wanted to pick his shit. See, was he gonna drop jewels and all his raps and shit? So I started digging in. I ain't find nothing that was like more impressive. He was spitting game. Like he was talking to all the people that came before him and said the same thing. He ain't say nothing different from nobody else that was spitting game. Give me something that he said that was different from everybody else.
The only difference I would with Nipsey, he actually was putting shit in motion.
But see, here's the thing, right?
He was developing a Black Silicon Valley. He was doing other things than just talking. He was applying some of that stuff.
I agreed with Wack to a certain extent. But the extent of it was this, right? And this kind of runs right up y'all lane, right? What are you saying he's a legend of? Is he a legend as a rapper?
As an artist. That's what the question was.
So as a hip hop artist, is he a legend? No, technically, because there's never been any rapper alive who's had one major release that has made them a legend. Maybe, I mean, you could make a push, you could make a legitimate argument for somebody like Lauryn Hill, because she had one solo release, an unplugged album, but you know, she had one solo release that was widely renowned. But
as a person, he's a fucking legend.
But now if you're talking about like if you go to somebody who's from Crenshaw and Slauson and ask them if he's a legend, the answer is going to be undoubtedly absolutely, because the music was just one facet of what he was doing. Same thing with Tupac. There was the music that Tupac did. There was the art that was Tupac. So between music and acting, but then you talk about the things that he was doing in the community. If you're talking about things that he was trying to create, those things made him legendary more than anything else.
The knowledge he was trying to give the people.
So
I'm about to say that was more greater than the music. When he talk,
so when you
when he
turn
talk
around,
on the TV, he's like, what the fuck?
the crazy part about it is this, right? And here is where it's a catch-22 now, right? So in a social media era, right? Somebody can hate on you to the point where you can become irrelevant before you even pop, just on the sheer principle that they just want to be assholes and dickheads. Like I just hate on everybody all day long. That's the only thing that I do, right? But what also can happen in this era is that you can have a grassroots movement that nobody else knew about, that one person who was popular or who had a following saw what you were doing, respected it enough to the point where they reposted it, and then you can blow overnight. Like, I'm not even gonna tell you how much music is in my phone from me being on Instagram, listening or watching a celebrity listen to this person's music. Now, they haven't popped, they don't have no albums out, but I'm like, but when I hear the music that's playing in the background, I'm like, damn, that shit is dope. And then you'll see somebody in the comments, they'll ask the one basic simple question. They'll be like, yo, what song is that?
Right.
And then you turn around, I'll be like, okay, this is the artist. Boom. Like, there's been like multiple artists that I've found who have good quality work. They just haven't pushed through yet. First dude I think of is a dude from Atlanta. He's a singer. His name is G-Child. First time I seen
G-Child,
him,
nice.
The first time I seen his song, the brat was sharing his song.
Yeah.
And she was saying like, yo, this is dope. You should like just listen to it. The shit was dope. It's almost like a ghetto gospel kind of shit. You see a nigga who is in the streets but still is rooted in his faith, but you see him working his path. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Yo, this is my, you know, like you more hip hop than me. Like, you got a better understanding. You more grounded. But this is my thing, right? I look at origin of things because, you know, I'm from the Question Everything podcast. So my questions that I gonna be asked is gonna be different from the everyday person questions and everything. Y'all gonna ask who you think the best artist is and everything, right? My thing is, right? We all know, well, not everybody. The 1% know that everybody is limited to what they could really produce and what they could put out, right?
True.
The music is only going to be put out to the ones that coming from the top to the bottom, not coming from the bottom to the top. Don't give a fuck how good you is. They only going to allow you to say certain things. You can't really express yourself, meaning that, you remember how back in the day when people say, oh, he sung that through the music, like he expressed himself through the music. He told you his whole life story through the music. You can't do that now because it's controlled. Because that's why Tupac started ranting any chance he got on when the camera was in his face.
Again,
because he couldn't say everything.
They changed the music. If you think about it, when at one point hip hop, the biggest thing in hip hop was black colleges. Everybody had black colleges, hoodies.
But you know what's crazy? Who promoted from who benefited from that?
Medallions.
Ain't no black college named after black man.
But right after that, that's when all of it changed. Like as far as hip hop, that's when right after that, when people started speaking conscious lyrics to try
a little too far
to
ahead.
uplift a group of people, they said we can't have this.
You
can't have them talking stuff to try to make these people better.
Bruh, like so. All right, so I had a conversation with my wife not too long ago, right? And she was like, "Yo, do you want to go see the Harriet Tubman movie?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Nah, I don't want to see it." She said, "Why not? It looks good." I was like, "Now, from a cinema standpoint, I like good movies, I like good TV shows." But I understand they are exactly what they are. They are fantasy, sometimes rooted in fiction, sometimes rooted in nonfiction. But I was like, I don't want to see another slave movie ever again. Like, me personally, I don't want to see it. Reason being is this, right? It's because I understand that when you start putting that type of energy or media or material in the air, that is a reminder for niggas. Like, listen, stay in your place.
So should you not get the history?
No, fuck that history because it's fake history.
But
I understand what he's saying.
So I'd rather watch a movie like last week, Queen and Slim dropped. I was like, I'll watch that.
The nigga from Wakanda? He came from Wakanda,
no,
but he was at Get Out.
He was at Get Out, and then went to Wakanda, and then he ended up here. But
yo, that shit
you with me? You with me? You know what I'm talking about.
That was funny right there.
I said, yo, I would rather watch these movies. These movies are more centered around things that are happening to us. Things like Harriet Tubman, the Nat Turner movie, Birth of a Nation. I'll tell anybody who asks me straight to my face, no, I didn't watch it. The last movie that I watched that was that was in that kind of genre where you're talking about slaves and all that type of shit. Last movie I watched, and I made the decision then, was Django.
That's
That's a whole fiction movie, though.
That
listen,
was tough,
because it was.
God damn it, we can't see shit.
But you see how at the end what happened? They laid it down at the end.
But look,
that's why it's still fiction.
But to me, it's like this, right? There are a lot of black filmmakers, a lot of black actors and actresses, a lot of black producers who are trying to put out more realistic, accurate content of who we are as people, who aren't getting the content put out there. And the fact that you're telling me that we can put the slave shit out there in 2 minutes without even trying, I'm hip to that game. I'm hip to that game. So that's why I'm like, I won't support it. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I love it that those actors who were working in those films got jobs. They got paychecks. They could help feed their families. But no, you won't get my continued support from that. You turn around, like I said, Queen and Slim, you turn around, or Black and Blue. That's the Tyrese joint where the girl, she's a cop. She witnesses white cops murdering somebody, and then they try to murder her, and then you see. So you have exactly.
But yo, I don't watch shit like that either too, because like that's letting you know that this could happen to you. You get out of line.
Like niggas.
No, to me, but we all know that no black people don't own no high production movie thing. All these motherfuckers, the dudes that made Get Out and all that, make a movie and everything, he got to get permission to make a movie by the uppers that control all movies. But ain't no information true when it's coming from your oppressor, man. But think about it.
But the flip side, and a lot of that is this, right? Like when we were younger, right? You remember?
We young now, nigga.
Facts.
Matter of fact, high five to all them. Been there watching slave movies.
But the crazy part about all of that is this, right? When we were younger, right? When I say younger, I'm talking about our adolescence going into our teenage years. Like y'all niggas remember when they would show Roots and Queen every fucking year.
Facts.
That was a daily. No. I mean, not just in school. I'm talking about like your major networks, your ABCs, your NBCs, your CBSs.
Was congested by Roots.
Facts.
They showed that shit every year. Like, so if you don't realize, that was a reminder to say, hey, nigger. Stay in your place.
It was teaching.
But this is what they do. Even with that, as we were going along with the hangings, there were public hangings for that reason, to show you are still a nigger. So, from my perspective, I look at things like that. Do I feel that way, or do that make me want to create change?
Nah.
I can see it. My actual ancestors actually lived through it. They actually had to live through it. Some of them died. Some of them died. Some of them had to watch them die to get us to this point where all we got to do is look at some pictures. Because I see people who look at real pictures from real situations. They're like, oh, I can't look at that. That makes me so mad and angry. All you got to do is look at it, bro. Your ancestors had to live through it. They had to hang in that tree. People had to watch them hang. All they're telling you to do is look at this so you never forget. Because if you forget, then what happens? You're doomed to repeat the same mistakes.
But bro,
because you chose to ignore
what he said about the slave movie though. But what he said about the slave movies, right? Alice Haley, right? The movie Roots was supposed to be from his bloodline, his generation, right? That was his generation that went through that. Supposedly. It's like the Popeye's chicken sandwich, that black bitch on there. She a fake ass face. She's not the CEO. She's not the CEO. It was not a white woman. The white woman was a CEO. They had to find a face to push their agenda, right? Listen, question everything. My dad was born in 1945. My dad said he never knew about slavery. He never knew about slavery until the movie Roots came out. Now, he could tell. He said no. He said no. Like far as like hangings and shit like that, that's something different. Yeah. We talk about the movie Roots.
Nah, I know what
That's a whole different agenda. Well, we know when people was getting hung. He said they never, like his parents and his parents was not talking about we came from cotton fields and shit like that. He was saying that as in like, I didn't know about all this shit that happened until the movie Roots came out. And there's a reason why it wasn't Alex Haley movie. It was an oppressor movie. So our oppressor gave us this movie. And Alex Haley got sued behind a white motherfucker sue Alex Haley. Because that's not his shit. That was not his word. Come on, man. A whole story of Roots. Other than that, you take away them fake ass pictures, them fake boats. What the pictures you saw from slavery, real slavery?
Well,
none.
Again, my family
comes
from a different situation.
I said, what picture you saw? What real shit you saw?
This is the question everything.
But that's a different
Question
day.
everything.
All right, so we're at we're at that point. So listen, man. Above everything else,
Discussion
right?
for another day.
Typically, on every Friday, you can question everything with the good brothers, Uncle Fax, Uncle Drew, and Uncle Cam. But tonight we switched it up. Me, myself, I have a scheduling conflict for tomorrow, so the good brothers, we all came together and came up with a simple solution. But we are your Drunk Unks. This is our podcast, man. As we so eloquently pointed out not long ago in this episode, it's not hard, and it doesn't require much to be active and involved. Before I get into my regular spiel, I just want to take time just to shout out everybody who was active on the Facebook Live. Man, we appreciate y'all. Everybody who shares content, whether it's Drunk Unks or Question Everything, we appreciate y'all. Man, you guys are the cogs in this machine that really makes it work, and we appreciate that. But above everything else, man, I encourage all of you, man, no matter what the podcast is, whether if it's ours or anybody else's, man, like, share,
Promote the fuck
follow,
out that bitch, man.
Follow,
subscribe, review, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
It costs you nothing.
Above everything else, man, support, man, because what we're giving you is free content. What we're giving y'all is free game. And last time I checked, niggas like free.
Niggas like free shit like line.
Free shit hit different.
And everything I say, question
Get
it.
them snacks. Everything.
So we can talk about it later on.
Research it.
Like
Then we can talk about it later
Really
on.
question they got their free juicy
No,
motherfucking
I
snacks.
did. That's why I said I don't like all white people that I fucking mean.
No.
He
I
didn't
said
have,
that.
He didn't have a rant. He had an appreciation.
Yeah, I was like,
You didn't question when
Because
you,
he found
shit.
an unknown ally out there in the world, and it's nothing like when you're struggling and you find an ally, nigga. That's the best thing in the world. That you was, I didn't think anybody was gonna help.
maybe they know we wasn't really slaves.
Maybe. They may have been an ally.
Yeah, they know. Maybe they know.
Or
Like,
maybe they know you was, and they was putting the street out there to help you get where you needed to go.
But here's what.
Flip side of
they
it.
help with the Underground Railroad.
There you go.
Real quick, gentlemen. Here's what I will do, man. Now this is free game. I'm gonna tell y'all about some other podcasts real quick that y'all should fuck with, because we fucks with them. You should fuck with Question Everything. You should fuck with Not Up for Debate. You should fuck with the Lit Life podcast. You should fuck with the Get 'Em Girl crew. You should fuck with NBA Panel.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? This is regular shit from regular people.
It's a movement.
who just took the time and they saw an opportunity to make waves like these quote unquote machine backed podcasts you fuck with. But like I said, man, it costs nothing, and the only thing it requires is a very little bit, borderline fraction of your time to just be involved, man. And me personally speaking for this podcast, we shout out the people that fucks with us. We bring the people who fucks with us on.
And everybody else welcome.
Today, my bull, his daughter's birthday was today.
Oh yeah.
Go on, do that.
Happy birthday tweet. I know you mad at me because I ain't posted this morning, but I was on the road. With $2 getting smacked up on.
Getting hit with all this peak season.
Word is born.
But But like the biggest thing above everything else, man, like we're drunk unks, but we're also fathers. We're also pillars in our community. Everything we're doing, nothing we're doing revolves around money. Nothing we're doing, we don't have like a secret agenda or anything like that. We just do this shit out of nothing but love, man.
Well, you got to tell them though, like we was doing this shit way before podcasting.
Yeah.
This what we do
before
this what we do on a daily basis, right? No, a normal day. Why not share the information with the world?
That's why I told
It's just like you're drunk on at the barbecue.
Yep, just like drunk on the barbecue.
We had a couple shots at the bar.
Yeah, like word is born. Like,
all right.
We do this shit
regardless. I'm crazy.
When we get off the air, we still doing it.
Above.
We need to get a reality show. Whoa.
I've been
above
advice heavy, so yeah.
Above everything else, man. Here's what we do. Here's the one thing that we do across all platforms, man. We support and we fuck with melanated people doing big things. We see
a couple Caucasians now.
Facts, but but at the end of the day, man, we'll support anybody who's doing something good for their community. We'll support anybody that's doing something good in their community. You don't have to be doing it for the community, but if you're doing something good and you're part of the community, we'll support it, man. And like I said, man, at the end of the day, if y'all don't know, above everything else, support is free. It's free. Like I can't say that enough, man. Support and loyalty, those things don't cost you anything.
I ain't supporting no bitch cheating, yo.
Ooh-cha. But anyway, we are your drunk unks. This is our podcast.
Supporting you bitches.
None of them.
Typically, you can find us here on Saturdays, but this week was something different. We tried something different. We appreciate y'all listening, and y'all can do us a favor and tune in next week, man. Drunk Unks Podcast, man. See y'all next week, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed, and I hope everything works out for y'all. Go.